Hello dear students, in the first lecture we have discussed about the topic that is sequence and series. Today this is the second lecture and we are going to discuss about the progression. Okay, what is progression and what is arithmetic progression? We are going to discuss this. Okay, in the first lecture we have discussed about the term sequence, what is sequence and what is different type of sequence. Now today's discussion is about progression. Okay, तो progression के बारे में आज डिस्कस करेंगे और इसके बाद arithmetic progression के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है. So first of all, what is progression? Here you see I have written a statement. If the terms of a sequence, very important, there is sequence. Terms of a sequence follow some certain pattern, then it is called a progressions. So क्या है सीक्वेंस, जितनी भी सीक्वेंस आपको मिलेगी सब सीक्वेंस ने पैटर्न फॉलो कर सकता है या पैटर्न भी नहीं फॉलो करेगा. ठीक है. देयर आर मेनी सीक्वेंस आर देयर दोज हु आर फॉलोइंग पैटर्न्स, देयर आर मेनी सीक्वेंस आर देयर दोज आर नॉट फॉलोइंग द पैटर्न्स. दोज सीक्वेंस हैव following certain patterns. Such type of sequences are called what? That is called progression. Okay. So let us take an example, that is an, which is equal to what? That is denoted by what? Twice n, where n belongs to n. That is, it is the that is sequence is what? Even numbers. Okay, even numbers. Okay, where n belongs to n. If you put n is equal to 1, you are getting first term, then second term, then third term. In this way, you get all the terms. Okay, ये जो टर्म है उस टर्म में एक पैटर्न हम लोगों को ऑब्जर्वेशन मिल रहा है कि ऑब्जर्वेशन से क्या मिल रहा है? 4 - 2 इक्वल टू what? 2. कंजिक्यूटिव टर्म्स जो है उसका डिफरेंस क्या हो रहा है? 2 हो रहा है. 6 - 4 इक्वल टू 2, 8 - 6 इज इक्वल टू 2. दैट मीन्स दिस पर्टिकुलर सीक्वेंस का जो टर्म है, दिस टर्म फॉलोइंग सम सर्टेन पैटर्न. कोई एक पैटर्न फॉलो कर रहा है. पैटर्न क्या है? डिफरेंस बिटवीन टू कॉन्जिक्यूटिव टर्म्स. दो कॉन्जिक्यूटिव जो टर्म होती है, दो कॉन्जिक्यूटिव टर्म के बीच डिफरेंस क्या है? 2 है. दिस इज द पैटर्न. And that's why this is a sequence as well as what? It is a progression. Okay, this is one example of a progression. So there are many type of examples, like if you say suppose 2, then 4, then 8, then suppose 16. These are the some particular, it can be written as what? 2 to the power n. Okay, 2 to the power n. This is the sequence. Okay, if you put n equal to 1, you are getting 2. Okay, you are getting what? 2. If you put n equal to 2, you are getting 4. If you put n equal to 3, you are getting 8. So this is also a sequence, and this sequence have maintain a pattern ratio between two consecutive sums. You see 4/2 equal to what? 2 मिल रहा है. 8/4 equal to what? 2. 16/8 equal to what? 2. That means ratio between two consecutive terms. ये दोनों टर्म का रेशियो क्या है? 2 है. ये दोनों का टर्म का रेशियो क्या है? 2 है. ये दोनों टर्म का रेशियो क्या है? 2 है. दैट मीन्स द टर्म ऑफ दिस सीक्वेंस फॉलोइंग ए सर्टेन पैटर्न, एंड देयरफॉर दिस सीक्वेंस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड ए प्रोग्रेशन. सो एवरी सीक्वेंस इज नॉट ए प्रोग्रेशन. द सीक्वेंस दोज हु फॉलो द सर्टेन रूल, दीज आर कॉल्ड व्हाट? दीज आर कॉल्ड व्हाट? Progression. Okay, these are called what? Progression. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about what? Arithmetic progression. Okay, so what is arithmetic progression? So here you see a sequence a1, a2, a3 ... an. What is an? N is a natural number and ... This is a sequence. Okay, in this sequence, this particular sequence is called an arithmetic progression. Under condition is what? When the difference between two consecutive terms, that is a2 - a1, a3 - a2. Okay, similarly what? a3 - a2 and then an का next term क्या है? What is the next term? Next term is what? an plus 1. Okay, an plus 1. So an plus 1 minus an ... In this way, that means difference between two consecutive terms. Difference between what? Two consecutive terms is equal to what? A particular constant. Particular what value is called d, and d is a constant quantity. Okay, and this every consecutive terms ka a2 - a1 equal to d, a3 - a2 equal to d, an plus 1 minus an is equal to what? d. Then such type of sequence are called what? Arithmetic progression. This all this particular statement can be written in a simple statement. This is okay. If we write this, it will be sufficient to understand. It will be sufficient to understand. an plus 1 minus an is equal to what? D. So if you put n equal to what? Suppose 1, and then it will be a2, and then it will be a1. You are getting this result. If you put n equal to what? Suppose 2, then it will be what? A3, and this is will what? A2, then a3 minus a2. That means from this result you will get all the difference between two consecutive terms आपको मिल जाएगी. So if n plus 1 minus an is equal to d अगर मिलता है कोई भी सीक्वेंस से, तो आप क्या कह सकते हो? ये सीक्वेंस क्या है? एक प्रोग्रेशन है. और किस टाइप का प्रोग्रेशन है? दिस प्रोग्रेशन इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? arithmetic progression. When there is a difference between two consecutive terms are always same, such type of sequence is called a progression, and this progression is called what? Arithmetic progression. It is called what? Arithmetic progression, and in short it is written as AP. In short it is written what? AP. AP means what? Arithmetic progression. Okay. And here a1 is called, this particular a1 is called first term, and what are the common difference? This d is called what? Common difference. Okay, then d is called what? Common difference. Understood? Whenever you get such type of this result, then you can say that it is a arithmetic progression. Basically what happened? क्या है? The difference between two consecutive terms are what? Same. Then it is called what? Arithmetic progression. For example, suppose 1 3 5, okay, dot. Is it a arithmetic progression or not? You have to check. 3 minus 1 equal to what? 2. 5 minus 3 equal to what? 2. Then 7 minus 5 equal to what? 2. So this is a sequence. This is a sequence. What type of sequence? It is twice n plus twice n minus 1. It is a what? Twice n minus 1. Okay. If you put n equal to 1, you are getting what? 1. If you put n equal to 2, you are getting 3 in this way. Twice n minus 1. So ये क्या है? ये particular result क्या है? a n है. This is what? nth term. Twice n minus 1. What is a n plus 1? a n plus 1 equal to 2 into n plus 1 minus 1, and which is equal to twice n plus 2 minus 1 equal to twice n plus 1. And therefore you get a n plus 1 minus a n क्या होगा? Is equal to what? That is twice n plus 1. Okay, twice n plus 1 minus a n is equal to what? Twice n minus 1. Okay, finally this one cancel. Difference is equal to what? 2. That means difference between two consecutive terms is equal to what? 2, and therefore it is an arithmetic progressions. So basically if you get difference between two consecutive terms are always 2, then it is an arithmetic progression. This is an example of arithmetic progression. Okay. Now how to write arithmetic progression? This is a definition, right? So your first term is what? This is your first term. Okay, and the first term a1 is usually in arithmetic progression, first term is usually denoted by what? A. So a1 is represented by what? A. Now what is the second term? You see second term. Second term is what? A2. How to get A2? You see a1 minus a2 minus a1 equal to what? D. Difference between two consecutive terms is equal to D. So from here you can write a2 is equal to what? A1 plus D. Okay. What is a1? a1 is equal to what? A plus D. So second term is what? A plus D. Second term is what? A plus D. Third term a3. ऐसा कैसे होगा? a2 के साथ a ऐड होगा. दैट मीन्स a2 क्या है? a प्लस डी. a प्लस की d के साथ और एक d ऐड होगा. a3 इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? एक्चुअली a2 प्लस d. तो a2 का वैल्यू क्या है? a प्लस d. तो दोनों ऐड करेंगे तो क्या होगा? a प्लस 2d. Okay, a plus 2d. Now from this two result you see, you can write a is equal to, and this particular term can be written a plus 2 minus 1 into d. 2 minus 1 into d. The term is what? Second. It is called, suppose this is called t1 first. First term is what? Suppose t1. This is what? T2. This is what? T3. Okay, third term. When it is t2, it is written as 2 minus 1 into d. When it is t3, it is written as what? A plus 3 minus 1 into d. Can I write this? Easily we can write this. In this way, what will be our nth term? What will be our nth term tn, tn equal to what, nth term, nth term an, क्या होगा, nth term an will be what, a plus n minus, I'm sorry, n minus 1 into d. How it can be, you see, when it is t3 third term, it can be written as a plus 3 minus 1 into d. When it is t2 second term, it can be written as a plus 2 minus 1 into d. When it is nth term, it can be written as a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, this is our important results. Okay, nth term of a arithmetic progression is given by this relation. Okay, nth term of an arithmetic progression is given by this. How to find the nth term? If you know first term as well as what, there is a common difference, you can find the nth term. Okay, you can find the nth term. आपको पहला टर्म पता होना चाहिए एंड कॉमन डिफरेंस पता होना चाहिए, आपको nth term निकल सकते हो. ठीक है, you can easily find the nth term. Okay, these are the few observation of after discussing about the arithmetic progression. Okay, if a is the first term and d is the what, common difference, then common difference is in short it is written as what, c dot d cd. Then our ap will be, what will be our ap, first term will be a, then next term will be added by d, then next term will be added by another d. In this way we go first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and that is the nth term. Okay, in this way we get the arithmetic progression. Now in this particular progression, first term is a and nth term is this, and this is called also last term. This is also called what, last term of the arithmetic progression, and it is usually denoted by what, L. Last term is the nth term. Okay, so these are the basic information about what, arithmetic progression. Okay, now we are going to discuss about how to find the sum of n terms. There are how many terms, 1 to n terms. Okay, how to find the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression. That's very important. Okay, here you see an interesting result is, okay, your last term, we have supposed that this is what, L. This is what, L. This is your last term L. Okay, it is denoted by what, L. What will be the its previous term? Means you see a plus 3d का previous term क्या है, a plus 2d है कि नहीं? That means what happen, if you minus a plus 3d minus d, you are getting what, this one, you are getting what, a plus 2d. So since this is the last term, इसका प्रीवियस टर्म क्या होगा, उससे ये टर्म से क्या करना पड़ेगा, आपको d माइनस करना पड़ेगा. दैट मीन l से d माइनस करना पड़ेगा. दैट मीन इफ इट इज l इज द लास्ट टर्म, देन इट्स प्रीवियस टर्म विल बी l माइनस d and its previous term will be l minus 2d, like that. Okay, so this is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third term, this is the last term, then its previous term is l minus d, then l minus 2d. We can write like that. Okay, and using this we can find the nth term, find the sum of n terms of this particular AP. AP का जो n टर्म है, वो सारी n टर्म का सम क्या है वो निकालना है हमें. Okay, we are going to find the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression. Okay, so we know that what is the arithmetic progression. First term is a, then second term is a plus d, then third term is a plus 2d. Okay, in this way last term is what, a plus n minus 1 into d, and the last term is written as what, L. L is equal to what, a plus n minus 1 into d. Its previous term is l minus d, then previous term is what, l minus 2d. Okay, so you have to find the sum of all the n terms of an arithmetic progression, and we suppose that Sn is denoted as the sum of n terms of this arithmetic progression. Okay, now you see this is the sum of, if I say 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus dot suppose something about 20. Okay, so this is the sum of an arithmetic progression. Should I write this particular sum in a reverse order, 20, then 18, and then what, 16, in this way? Last term will be 2, then what, 4, then what, 6. Okay, same meaning. इसका जो sum होगा उसका भी sum same होगा. I am written in reverse order. Okay, so whatever be the sum of this, उसको अगर रिवर्स ऑर्डर में मैं लिख लूँ तो ये क्या होगा, Sn ही रह जाएगी. अल्टीमेटली इट विल रिमेन एज Sn. सो दिस इज माय इंटेंशन टू एक्सप्रेस. ओके, सो यू कैन राइट Sn इक्वल टू also Sn can be written as in a reverse order, first L, then L minus D, then L minus 2D. Okay, in this way, then A plus 2D, then A plus D, and finally what? A. Okay, we write in a reverse order. ठीक है, तो this is number one relation. Suppose this is relation number 1 and this is relation number what? Suppose 2. ठीक है, now if you add 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 implies what will happen? Left hand side will be 2Sn and right hand side क्या होगा? We are adding what? Corresponding terms, A with L, second term with second term, third term with third term. We can add in like that, last term with last term. Okay, and this previous term with this term and next previous term with this term. Okay, we will add like that. So अगर हम ऐड करेंगे तो ये क्या होगा? A plus L, ये अगर ऐड करेंगे डी डी कैंसिल होगी, क्या होगा? A plus L. Okay, this one is added with this 2 minus 2D plus 2D cancel, it becomes A plus L. Understood? In this way the last term will be, ये भी A plus L होगा, ये भी A plus L होगा, तो लास्ट टर्म भी A plus L होगा. I am writing what? Last term. Okay, and very interesting is that you are adding this to this to this. Okay, corresponding terms are adding. How many terms are there in this particular expression? There are n terms, and in this expression there are how many terms? N terms. So when corresponding terms will be added, you are getting this term, this term, this term, this term up to this term. Okay, then how many terms here in this particular sum? इस sum में कितना term होगा? There will be what? You can write n terms. There will be what? n terms. n terms के साथ n terms ऐड किया गया, corresponding elements ऐड किया गया, corresponding terms ऐड किया गया, तो उसमें जितनी term होगा सारी term कितना होगा? n ही होगा. ठीक है, and you know that if you suppose that if I write 2 plus 2 plus 2, add 3 times, what you can write? You can write what? 3 into 2. Yes or no? If you add it 4 times, then it 4 into 2. And if you add 2 n times, you can write what? N into 2. That means twice n. Since A plus L, all are the same terms. A plus L are adding how many times? N terms. There are n terms means adding n times. So adding n times means what? N will be multiplied. That is, it will be what? N into A plus L. Okay, our target is to find what? Sn. We have to suppose that Sn be the sum of n terms of an AP. So our target is to find what? Sn. Therefore Sn is equal to is to divide होगा n by 2 into A plus L. This is one particular formula. If you know the first term as well as what? Last term. So your formula will be, this is n by 2 into, you can write first term plus last term. If you know first term and last term, then you can find the sum of n terms by using this formula. If you know last term, आपको अगर last term पता है, अगर पता नहीं है तो ये formula use नहीं कर सकते. Understood? But what is L? L equal to what? This one, A plus n minus 1 into D. So from here you can write Sn equal to, Sn is equal to n by 2. What is A? A is this is the first term, and what is L? L can be replaced by this term. Okay, replaced by this term is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Yes or no? And from here you can write it is equal to what? N by 2. तो एक्सपांड करेंगे तो क्या होगा? ट्वाइस A प्लस n minus 1 into D. So this is your Sn. So Sn can be expressed in two ways. This is one particular formula and this is another particular formula. When you know the last term, आपको अगर last term पता है, last term अगर पता है, first term तो होना ही पड़ेगा. Last term अगर पता है तो आप ये formula यूज़ करके sum निकाल सकते हो. If you have no idea about last term, आपके बारे में last term पता नहीं, then you can use this formula. In this formula, what are the things you require? You must know about the first term and you must know about the common difference. अगर आपको फर्स्ट टर्म एंड कॉमन डिफरेंस पता है तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, एसएन निकाल सकते हो. And in this formula, if you know first term and last term, no need of common difference, then you can find the sum of n terms. So this way you can use these two formulas. This is one particular formula, important one for you. Okay, first term plus last term, or you can use this one. Okay, I am writing first term and last term so that you understand what is L actually. Sometimes you write A plus L, you have to mention what is L. L is the last term. Okay, and whenever you are going to find the sum of n terms, when you know the first term as well as common difference, then you can find the sum of n terms. Okay, now we are going to discuss about properties of there is a arithmetic progression. Some properties, very important properties. So what is the first property? First property is that suppose that there is an arithmetic progression, I suppose 2, then 4, then 6, then 8. So it represents an arithmetic progression. Okay, why? Because difference between consecutive term is what? Same, right? Now property is that if you add a constant with each term of this AP, ये जो AP है उसका सब टर्म के साथ कोई एक कांस्टेंट ऐड कर ले. ऐड करने के बाद क्या होगा, द नया जो सीरीज़ बनेगा, नया जो सीक्वेंस बनेगा, नया जो प्रोग्रेशन बनेगा, ये प्रोग्रेशन फिर क्या होगा, AP ही होगा. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जांपल सपोज आई एम एडिंग 2 बाई सम कांस्टेंट, सपोज k, 2 प्लस k, सबके साथ k ऐड कर लेता हूँ. तो 4 प्लस k, देन 6 प्लस k, देन 8 प्लस k. तो हम चेक करें ये AP में रहता है कि नहीं. इज इट इन AP? यू सी 4 प्लस k माइनस 2 प्लस k, from this term to this term you subtract, what is your difference? 2. if you subtract this term from this term, ये term से ये term को अगर subtract करें तो रिजल्ट फिर 2 होगा. सिमिलरली फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर, इससे इसको माइनस करें तो क्या होगा, 2 होगा. दैट मीन डिफरेंस बिटवीन consecutive term, every consecutive terms are what? Same. So this is also an AP. It is AP, ये भी AP था, and this is also an arithmetic progression. तो ये प्रॉपर्टी क्या कहती है, कोई भी कांस्टेंट, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, नॉट वेरिएबल, कांस्टेंट, जैसे आप 2, 3, 5, हाफ जैसा कुछ आप ऐड करें या -1 कुछ भी ऐड करें. ऐड करने के बाद जो नया सीरीज़ मिले, नया जो सीक्वेंस मिलेगा, ये नया जो सीक्वेंस है या प्रोग्रेशन है, ये प्रोग्रेशन क्या होगा, फिर AP ही होगा. AP में कोई चेंज नहीं होगा. ठीक है. सो दैट इज़ द फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी. नाउ सेकेंड प्रॉपर्टी इज if you subtract a constant from each term of an AP, then the resulting sequence is again in AP. Suppose this is the AP. वहाँ से अगर कोई constant every term से माइनस किया जाए, you will get a resulting sequence. Okay, एक sequence आपको मिलेगी या प्रोग्रेशन आपको मिलेगी. ये प्रोग्रेशन क्या होगा, AP होगा. फिर क्या होगा, अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन होगा. ठीक है. सो कैसे, इफ़ यू सब्ट्रैक्ट दिस टर्म फ्रॉम दिस, सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे क्या होगा, 4 माइनस k माइनस 2 प्लस k, सब्ट्रैक्ट k कैंसल, इट बिकम्स व्हाट, 2. अगेन यू सी दिस सेम पैटर्न, यू हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट, यू विल गेट 2. If you subtract, you will get 2. That means difference between two consecutive terms is same, common difference is same, and therefore this particular sequence or progression becomes what, arithmetic progression. That means what, property क्या कहती है, अगर कोई AP में एवरी टर्म को से कोई नंबर या कोई कांस्टेंट नंबर आप सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे, आप सब्ट्रैक्ट करने के बाद क्या होगा, इट विल रिमेन एज व्हाट, अगेन AP. ठीक है. दिस इज द second property. Now what is the third property? Third property is if you multiply each term of an arithmetic progression. Suppose this is the arithmetic progression. तो ये जो arithmetic progression है, इस arithmetic progression को के साथ, सब टर्म के साथ कोई एक कांस्टेंट मल्टीप्लाई करें. ओके, मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद जो नया सीक्वेंस मिलेगी, प्रोग्रेशन मिलेगी, ये प्रोग्रेशन फिर क्या होगा, अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन होगा. जैसे इफ आई मल्टीप्लाई 2 बाई सपोज k, दिस इज 2k, दिस इज 4k, एंड दिस इज व्हाट, 6k, 8k, इन दिस वे. ओके, तो उसका कॉमन डिफरेंस क्या हो रहा है, देखो कॉमन डिफरेंस 4k माइनस 2k क्या हो रहा है 2k, 6k माइनस 4k क्या हो रहा है 2k, 8k माइनस 6k इज व्हाट 2k, ये सुन नो दैट मीन कॉमन डिफरेंस बिटवीन देयर इज ए कॉन्जिक्यूटिव टर्म का जो डिफरेंस है, ये डिफरेंस क्या हो रहा है ट्वाइस के हो रहा है। तो आपका d क्या हो रहा है, कॉमन डिफरेंस d क्या हो रहा है, d इज सेम, ओके। देयरफॉर दिस न्यू पर्टिकुलर सीक्वेंस और प्रोग्रेशन बिकम्स व्हाट अगेन AP, ये फिर क्या हो रहा है AP हो रहा है, अंडरस्टूड। सो दिस इज द थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी, ओके। Now we are moving ahead with the next property. The next property is that if each term of an AP is divided by a non-zero constant, then the resulting sequence is also an AP. Okay, understood? The non-zero constant is very important. If you divide by, suppose a constant by k, 4 by k, then 6 by k, then 8 by k, and so on. Okay. So it should be what, non-zero constant. If it is zero, then it will be undefined. It will be what, undefined. That's why in the property one particular additional word used, it is called non-zero constant. Earlier what happened, ये constant zero भी हो सकता है, non-zero भी हो सकता है, no issue. But here in division, this constant should be non-zero. Otherwise what happened, it becomes what, an there is undefined numbers. Okay, ये सारे undefined हो जाएगी। तो नॉन जीरो कॉन्स्टेंट से डिवाइड करने के बाद आपका जो नया जो सीक्वेंस मिलेगा, ये सीक्वेंस क्या होना चाहिए, AP ही होगा। तो चेक करके देखिए आप, इससे कॉन्जिक्यूटिव का डिफरेंस ले लीजिए 4 बाई के माइनस 2 बाई के, तो क्या होगा, k कॉमन लेने के बाद 2 बाई के होगा, ठीक है। फिर इससे माइनस करेंगे तो 6 बाई के माइनस 4 बाई के इक्वल टू वाट, के एलसीएम 2 होगा। That means what even our d is becomes what, d is what 2 by k, common difference क्या है 2 by k है। In that's why this particular new sequence after dividing by k non-zero constant of original AP को डिवाइड करने के बाद नया जो सीक्वेंस मिला, that sequence again becomes what, again it is there is arithmetic progression, okay। So these are the few properties of arithmetic progression. Now we are going to discuss the very important concept that is called अरिथमेटिक मीन के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है। सो व्हाट इज़ अरिथमेटिक मीन। सो दो नंबर के बीच में कोई एक नंबर होगा और उस नंबर को हम क्या कहेंगे, मीन कहेंगे, व्हेन इट विल बी कॉल्ड मीन, ओके। सो सपोज दैट देयर आर टू नंबर्स a and b are two numbers and we are going to insert a number c, कोई एक नंबर c बीच में रखेंगे, जैसे सपोज 2 and 3 है, तो 2 and 3 के बीच कोई भी एक नंबर हम क्या कर सकते हैं, इंसर्ट कर सकते हैं। 2 and 3 के बीच कोई भी रियल नंबर है, मेनी रियल नंबर्स आर देयर, सो यू कैन पुट ए पर्टिकुलर रियल नंबर इन सच ए मैनर, ऐसे करेंगे सच दैट ACB becomes what, AP। वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग इज दैट आप ऐसा एक नंबर प्लॉट करेंगे दो नंबर के बीच, साथ ये तीनों नंबर मिल के क्या होगा, एक अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन हो जाए। इसे अगर 1 देंगे तो नहीं होगा, तो 1 माइनस 2 क्या है, -1, 3 माइनस 1 इज इक्वल टू 2, तो कॉमन डिफरेंस सेम नहीं हुआ तो ये 1 नहीं दे सकते। तो यू हैव टू पुट ए पर्टिकुलर नंबर, सपोज यू कैन गिव 2.5, सपोज इफ आई गेट 2.5 इन नंबर, तो 2.5 नंबर अगर उससे उसको माइनस करेंगे तो ये 0.5 होगा डिफरेंस। इफ़ यू सब्ट्रैक्ट दिस नंबर फ्रॉम 3 देन अगेन व्हाट 0.5, तो उसका कॉमन डिफरेंस जो है, उसका कॉमन डिफरेंस क्या है, सेम है। सो देयरफॉर इट इज़ एन व्हाट, AP। तो कोई भी नंबर के बीच आप एक नंबर प्लॉट कर सकते हो और ये नंबर तीनों नंबर मिलके क्या होगा, एक अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन हो जाएगा, सो हियर A and B are what, any two numbers. If we insert a particular number C between A and B such that A, C, B becomes what, an AP, then we can say that C is called what, AM, arithmetic mean between what, A and B. This C is called what, arithmetic mean between A and B. And how to get C? In this particular example you see 2.5 कैसे मिलेगा, ये 2.5 इज इक्वल टू व्हाट, कैसे मिल रहा है, 2 + 3 डिवाइड बाई 2 इज इक्वल टू व्हाट, 5/2, ये सुनो। तो एक्सट्रीम जो दोनों पॉइंट्स है, दोनों पॉइंट को अगर ऐड किया जाए, डिवाइड बाई 2 करें तो हमें क्या मिल रहा है, 2.5 मिल रहा है. This is your A, this is your B, and this is your C. Okay, and this A, C, B are in arithmetic progression. And what is C? C equal to sum of 2 divided by what? Sum of this A plus B divided by what? 2. And therefore C is called the arithmetic mean between A and B. And what is C? C equal to what? A plus B divided by 2. So it will be understand in a different way, in better way. Okay, we understand in a better way. Okay, so A, C, B are in AP means what? Consecutive terms का जो difference है, C minus A जो difference होगा और B minus C जो difference होगा, ये दोनों का difference क्या होना चाहिए? Same होना चाहिए. According to the definition of what? Arithmetic progression. If A, C, B are in arithmetic progression, मैंने कह रहा हूँ C will be an arithmetic mean. C क्या होगा? Arithmetic mean होगा when A, C, B are in AP. And when A, C, B are in AP, then C minus A equal to what? B minus C. And from here you can write C the layout तो क्या होगा? Twice C. And if you pick up A in the right hand side, it will be A plus B. And therefore C equal to what? A plus B divided by 2. And this C is called, this is called arithmetic mean. That means arithmetic mean between two numbers. दो नंबर अगर दिया गया 2 and suppose 6, what is the arithmetic mean between these two numbers? दोनों नंबर को सम करो, डिवाइड बाई 2 करो, आपको निकल जाएगी. ठीक है, दिस इज द अरिथमेटिक मीन बिटवीन टू नंबर्स. ठीक है, मैंने क्या है, दो नंबर के बीच एक ही नंबर दिया था. दिस इज वन अरिथमेटिक मीन. ओके, देयर विल बी मोर देन वन अरिथमेटिक मीन बिटवीन ए एंड बी. ए एंड बी के बीच अरिथमेटिक मीन वन से ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है, वन से भी ज़्यादा हो सकता है, तो वो सारी अरिथमेटिक मीन भी निकाल सकता. ठीक है, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू फाइंड द अरिथमेटिक मीन बिटवीन टू नंबर्स more than one. Okay, more than one arithmetic mean between two numbers. So earlier we have find, suppose A and B are two numbers and C is a number between A and B such that A, C, B are in AP. A, C, B are in what? AP. Then what happen? C equal to what? C equal to what? A plus B divided by 2, and which is called arithmetic mean between two numbers. This is one arithmetic mean, right? तो ये क्या हो जाती है? C minus A equal to what? B minus C, and from here we can get this particular result. Okay, हमें result ये मिलता है. ठीक है, now if between A and B if you insert more than one numbers in between A and B such that it creates an AP, then whatever the number will insert, all the numbers are called also arithmetic mean. If I suppose that if A and B are two numbers, I am inserting a number A1 and then another is what? A2. Then what will happen? If this particular four numbers create an AP after insert करने के बाद ये अगर AP create करे तो क्या होगा? This A1 and A2 will be called arithmetic mean. Two arithmetic mean, right? And how it is? You see A1, difference between A1 minus A equal to A2 minus A1 equal to B minus A2. That means common difference क्या होना चाहिए? Same होना चाहिए. Because of what? This is equal to what? Your D. Understood? This is your D. Now from here you can see A1 क्या होगा? A plus D. Yes or no? A2 will be what? A1 plus D. A1 इधर जाएगा. A1 का वैल्यू पुट करें A plus D तो क्या होगा? A plus 2D. Yes or no? So if A is a number and B is a number, and if A1 and A2 are two numbers inserted between A and B such that this particular four numbers create an AP, अगर AP create करे, then what are the arithmetic mean? First is A plus common difference, and second means again another D to be added. Okay, here very interesting result is that this is the first term, this second term, this is third term, this is what? Fourth term. B equal to what? Fourth term of an AP. So B can be written as what? What is nth term? Nth term का फॉर्मूला क्या था? nth term का फॉर्मूला था A plus n minus 1 into D. Yes or no? in an AP. So what is the fourth term? First term is A, here first term is also A. So A plus 4 minus 1 into D, D is the common difference, and it can be written as what? A plus 3D. From here you can write 3D equal to what? B minus A, okay, and from here you can write D equal to what? B minus A divided by what? 3. B minus A divided by what? 3. Very, very interesting result. And there are how many numbers? There are 4 numbers, 4 terms are there, 4 terms are there. So D equal to B minus A divided by what? 4 minus 1. B minus A divided by what? 4 minus 1. I am related with number of terms, okay, relate with number of terms. So by using this formula, you can find the common difference of this type of arithmetic progression, this type of arithmetic progression. Ultimately, if A1 and A2 are any two numbers, and if this form an AP, ये 4 नंबर अगर AP क्रिएट करे तो क्या होगा? What is the common difference? Common difference is equal to B minus A divided by number of terms minus 1. Number of terms कितना है? 4 है. Understood? Now here you see I have written there are n numbers. There are n numbers inserted. There are n numbers inserted between what? A and B. A, these are the n number, A1 to n are inserted between what? A and B. A n की बीच में n नंबर को हम लोगों ने क्या किया है? प्लॉट किया है. And if these n numbers together with A and B form an AP, then these all numbers A1, A2, A3 dot 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 An will called what? Will called, these all numbers are called what? Arithmetic mean between what? A and B. How many arithmetic mean? There are n arithmetic mean, okay. When this form an AP, then what will happen? This is the first term. यहाँ में कितना टर्म है? n terms, राइट. तो इसको अगर ऐड करेंगे तो वहाँ से कितना टर्म होगा? n plus 1 टर्म. Understood? From here to here there are how many terms? N terms. I add A, so how many terms? N plus 1 term. If I add B, then how many terms? There are n plus 2 terms. Right? So if you say this is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third term, then it will be what? N plus 1th term, and it will be what? N plus 2th term. Last term will be what? N plus 2th term. ठीक है? तो आप लिख सकते हैं therefore B equal to n plus 2th term. Now what is the formula for, since it is an AP, right? So AP का nth term का formula क्या था? What is the nth term? Nth term is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. If number of term is n, formula is A plus n minus 1 into D. If D is the common difference. Okay, so n plus 2th term क्या होगा? So here nth term means it n plus 2th. If I write it is n plus 2th, क्या होगा? तो क्या होगा? A plus n के जगह में क्या होगा? n plus 2 होगा minus 1 into D. I hope you understand. So n plus 2th means what? N is replaced by what? N plus 2. So n plus 2 minus 1, I'm sorry. This is equal to what? A plus first term plus n plus 2 minus 1 into what? D. What is D? You have to mention D is the common difference. You have to D equal to what? Common difference. D is the what? Common difference. ठीक है? From here you can write B minus A equal to n minus 1 into D, and finally what is D? D equal to what? B minus A divided by what? N minus 1. Understood? N plus 1, I'm sorry. B equal to what? D equal to what? B minus A divided by what? N plus 1. This is n plus 1, okay. Now in this way, this is your common difference. So how to find the common difference? This is the formula to find the common difference. If there are n number of terms inserted between what? A and B, ए एंड बी के बीच अगर n नंबर इंसर्ट किया जाए एंड आफ्टर दैट इट विल फॉर्म एन AP. इफ इट विल फॉर्म एन AP, then the common difference of this AP is determined by this particular result b minus a divided by n plus 1. एक्सट्रीम पॉइंट माइनस एकदम इनिशियल पॉइंट, एक्सट्रीम टर्म माइनस इनिशियल टर्म डिवाइडेड बाय n प्लस 1. n कहाँ से आएगा? नंबर, कितना नंबर इंसर्ट कर रहे हो. अगर 5 इंसर्ट करो तो 5 प्लस 1. इफ यू इंसर्ट 2 then 2 plus 1. If you insert 3, then 3 plus 1. In this way, you can get it. Okay, understood. This is the common difference. Now, what are the A1, A2, AN? We have supposed that these are the arithmetic mean, right? तो ये arithmetic mean क्या होगा? If it is the first term, then it is the second term, right? Second term how to get? By adding common difference with the first term. So your AM will be, what are the AMs? The arithmetic means are what the arithmetic mean? First A1. A1 will be A plus D. A1 will be what? A plus D. What is D? If you know this result, you can write it. Then what is A2? A2 will be what? A1 plus D, right? और एक D ऐड होगा, इसके साथ D ऐड होने से क्या होगा? 2D. Then what is A3? A plus 3D. Okay, and in this way finally what you get? AN is equal to what? A plus ND. ठीक है, these are the formula for what? Arithmetic mean. How to find this and what is D? D can be calculated from this because आपके क्वेश्चन में A and B दिया जाएगा. नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स, जो नंबर ऑफ दैट इज एरिथमेटिक मीन कितना आप इंसर्ट करो ये भी दिया जाएगा. तो आप B, A and N आपको पता होगा तो ये कैलकुलेशन करके आप D निकाल सकते हो. इसके बाद आप एरिथमेटिक मीन आपको A पता है, D पता है, तो यू कैन फाइंड आउट. सिमिलर यू कैन फाइंड आउट एवरीथिंग, यू कैन फाइंड आउट. ओके, दिस इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट एंड विद दिस कॉन्सेप्ट वी आर गोइंग टू व्हाट? फाइंड ऑल द एरिथमेटिक मीन बिटवीन टू नंबर्स. अगर एरिथमेटिक मीन 1 हो तो दोनों का सम करके डिवाइड बाय व्हाट? 2 होगा, और मोर देन 1 हो तो यू आर टू फाइंड दिस वे. ओके, so I hope you understand this particular concept, and in the next class I will start to solve the questions related to what? Arithmetic progression, sum of n terms, and as well as arithmetic mean. Okay, and you please go through the video thoroughly so that you can understand the concept. In this particular video class I have there is a discuss about details about the basic ideas, concept regarding what? Arithmetic progression, arithmetic mean, and the sum of n terms, everything I have discussed. So this is your base, and if you understand it you can solve the questions very nicely, easily. Okay, with all the best, thank you very much.